I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me. And my mom's there and she's like, tell them what happened.
Through some pretty traumatizing events.
Carter's mom has made a pretty remarkable decision. She has decided she wants the world to see the death scene, where the bathroom where Aaron was found dead. And the reason for this is she is calling out the police and feels like they did not do a proper investigation here, because she is certainly insinuating that there may have been foul play involved in Aaron Carter's death.
Sean Diddy Combs is currently behind bars, staring down a daunting prison sentence for an array of serious allegations. While the specifics of his alleged crimes remain a tangled and highly sensitive matter, one fact stands out. Combs is facing the kind of time that could consume a massive portion of his life. The gravity of his situation is impossible to ignore, and inside those cold, unrelenting walls, the reality of his legal troubles looms large. Every day, he's left to wrestle with the enormity of his predicament. Endless calculations about potential appeals, sleepless nights weighed down by the stark permanence of his confinement. Yet, just when it seemed his plight couldn't grow darker, a stunning twist has thrown everything into chaos. The tension has exploded, and it's about to get messier. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, Combs' longtime nemesis, has taken their feud to unprecedented heights. In a shocking court revelation, 50 Cent presented previously unseen footage involving the late Aaron Carter. The exact contents of the footage are shrouded in mystery, leaving everyone speculating about its implications. But one thing is clear, the stakes for Combs have reached a fever pitch. Behind the scenes, sources close to Combs describe a man consumed by anxiety and fear. The possibility that this evidence could lead to an even harsher sentence has him on edge, his every thought clouded by dread. The idea of additional years, possibly decades, being stacked onto his already crushing sentence is utterly terrifying. And with no confirmation on what the footage truly contains, the uncertainty is only adding to his spiraling panic. This latest turn has left Combs' camp scrambling, the air thick with desperation as they brace for what's to come. The fight is far from over, and the tension is only just beginning to peak. This latest revelation has sent shockwaves through the case, piling yet another layer of complexity onto an already intense legal showdown. The introduction of this explosive footage could completely upend the legal landscape, forcing both teams into overdrive as they scramble to contain the fallout and rework their strategies. This isn't just a courtroom battle. It's a high-stakes legal drama unfolding before our very eyes, and the repercussions for Sean Diddy Combs could be monumental. Now let's get into what's really setting the internet on fire. The sudden spotlight on a connection between Diddy and the late Aaron Carter has everyone buzzing. Here's the kicker, no one ever really linked these two before. They weren't exactly best friends, nor were they publicly known to cross paths. But now, the idea that their lives and legal battles might be intertwined is blowing people's minds. Social media is in a frenzy. Armchair detectives are diving into old interviews, dissecting social media posts, and hunting for any scrap of evidence that might reveal how these two are tangled up in the same narrative. And the theories, let's just say, they're wild. One viral post on X claimed, rumors are circulating that Aaron Carter was about to blow the lid off Diddy's alleged trafficking parties, where he may have been a childhood victim of drug abuse. Adding fuel to the fire, people are digging into Carter's history with Sony Music Group Entertainment, the parent company connected to Diddy's business ventures. The implications of these claims are enormous, and while the validity remains unverified, the sheer weight of the allegations is shaking the public and leaving Combs' legal team scrambling for damage control. Diddy's Bad Boy Records has become the center of some jaw-dropping speculation, and let's be real, things are getting downright eerie. The theories swirling around range from somewhat plausible to outright wild. But one thing is certain, this situation reeks of something shady. A dark cloud now hovers over both Diddy and the late Aaron Carter, leaving people everywhere asking some uncomfortable and chilling questions. What really happened to Aaron? And just how deep does Diddy's involvement go? The public is demanding answers, and the heat is on to uncover the truth behind this bizarre and increasingly sinister story. Explosive new evidence has hinted at a troubling link between the fallen pop star and the hip-hop mogul, sparking questions that are almost too disturbing to imagine. Could Aaron Carter's untimely death have been more than a tragic accident? The whispers started after Carter's sudden passing at just 34 years old, but now those whispers are becoming a roar. Federal investigators are reportedly delving into Carter's history, searching for ties to Diddy that could unravel a much darker narrative. Rumors are flying that Diddy could face additional charges linked to Carter's death, piling on even more to his already spiraling legal mess. And the timing? That's what has everyone on edge. Carter's death occurred just one day after Diddy's birthday, fueling speculation of a connection that's almost too chilling to ignore. Adding to the intrigue, investigators are reportedly looking into other mysterious deaths tied to Diddy's orbit, painting an increasingly grim picture of potential foul play. Aaron Carter, once a teen idol and the younger brother of a Backstreet Boys star, now finds himself at the center of a story no one saw coming. Nick Carter, a name synonymous with fame and talent, also battled lifelong struggles with addiction and mental health. Now, resurfaced photos of Aaron Carter with Diddy have poured gasoline on an already blazing fire, prompting unsettling questions about their relationship. Could Aaron have been another victim in Diddy's controversial orbit? The mystery deepens as fans and critics dig into Carter's cryptic social media posts, which seem to hint at dark and dangerous secrets involving some of the most powerful figures in entertainment. Just days before his tragic death in a bathtub, Aaron reportedly reached out to Kanye West for a private conversation. This move has left many speculating. What vital information did Aaron have? And why was Kanye the one he turned to? The story took an even darker turn when Kanye later made jaw-dropping claims, alleging that Aaron's death was orchestrated by his former trainer, Harley Pasternak. According to Kanye, Pasternak is linked to MK Ultra and manipulative tactics targeting celebrities. The deeper you dig, the murkier the story becomes. Aaron Carter's death, once thought to be a tragic accident, now feels like part of a much larger, more sinister narrative. Could Aaron have been silenced for what he knew? Rumors swirl about his knowledge of Diddy's secretive parties, alleged affairs, and shadowy dealings. Kanye's accusations against Harley Pasternak add another jarring piece to this twisted puzzle. Pasternak, Kanye claims, threatened him with institutionalization, an eerie parallel that only stokes the fire of conspiracy theories surrounding Aaron's demise. Adding to the tension, Kanye's explosive rant also referenced Aaron and an allegedly blocked Backstreet Boys sample, suggesting that Aaron's death might have been part of a broader, darker power struggle within the industry. How does Diddy fit into this increasingly sinister puzzle? The connections, though still speculative, are growing more disturbing by the day. Kanye West has claimed that Diddy threatened him on behalf of unnamed powerful individuals, with Harley Pasternak allegedly among them. And if that wasn't chilling enough, rumors suggest federal investigators are now looking into allegations that Diddy may have used poison to silence his adversaries. Names like Aaron Carter, Kim Porter, and even Jamie Foxx, who recently survived a mysterious health scare, have surfaced in connection to these investigations. The most shocking theory yet? That Aaron Carter was on the verge of revealing damning information about Diddy, potentially exposing a secretive Hollywood ring preying on young stars. If true, Carter's death takes on an entirely different and far more sinister meaning. Was Aaron preparing to destroy Diddy's carefully crafted public image? The circumstances surrounding his death certainly grow more suspicious under this lens. While Aaron's battles with addiction and mental health were well documented, the abrupt and unexpected nature of his passing continues to raise eyebrows. Could this have been more than just a tragic consequence of his personal struggles? At first, Carter's death seemed like yet another tragic Hollywood tale, another young star lost to his demons. The early narrative pointed to relapse, overdose, or possibly suicide, and law enforcement initially found no evidence of foul play. But as time passed, unsettling details began to surface, unraveling the neat and tidy story. The official cause of death, released 5 months after his body was found in the bathtub, was listed as accidental drowning due to inhaling compressed gas. Yet, in the shadow of these new allegations, that explanation feels increasingly inadequate. The deeper investigators dig, the murkier the truth becomes, and the web of conspiracy surrounding Diddy and Aaron Carter only tightens. At first glance, Aaron Carter's tragic death seemed to align with his well-documented struggles. His history of substance abuse, eating disorders, and public battles with body shaming painted the picture of a young star in a self-destructive spiral. Strained relationships with his family and an apparent lack of emotional support only reinforced the theory that he may have succumbed to his inner demons. But the internet wasn't buying it. Online communities quickly began dissecting the official story, fueled by unsettling videos Carter had posted in the days leading up to his death. In these clips, he expressed fear for his safety and claimed he felt threatened in his own home. This revelation turned a straightforward narrative into something far more chilling. The mystery deepened when details about the moments surrounding Carter's death began to surface. Neighbors with medical training reportedly heard the police scanner call and rushed to his home to help. Among them was a registered nurse carrying a defibrillator. Yet, shockingly, Carter's house sitter allegedly refused to let them in. Instead of cooperating, the house sitter reportedly locked the door and fled, delaying both the neighbors and the police's access to the scene. This bizarre behavior immediately set off alarm bells. Why block attempts to save Carter's life? The circumstances surrounding the discovery of his body seemed riddled with contradictions and raised far more questions than answers. According to reports, Carter's fiancée, Melanie Martin, arrived on the scene visibly distraught, adding another layer of chaos to an already troubling situation. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Carter confirmed his death but emphasized his recent efforts to reconcile with his family and work towards recovery. This stark contrast between his alleged progress and the grim events of that day left fans and critics reeling. Outside the home, neighbors and news crews gathered as details began to trickle out. The scene painted a chaotic and unsettling picture, one that didn't align with the official explanation of a troubled star succumbing to his struggles. Tony Chevelle, a neighbor who tried to help Aaron Carter in his final moments, vividly recounted the house sitter's frantic refusal to grant entry. This shocking obstruction of potential life-saving assistance has left many questioning her motives. Why would she block those who could have possibly saved Aaron's life? Combined with the delayed release of the official cause of death and Carter's own ominous warnings about feeling unsafe, these actions have only deepened suspicions that his passing wasn't as simple as it seemed. But the most unsettling allegations point to a much darker theory, a conspiracy involving Hollywood's elite, with some of the same figures rumored to be protecting Diddy. Speculation has exploded around the idea that Carter was on the verge of exposing powerful industry players before his untimely death. His final tweet, a desperate plea to Kanye West for a private conversation, now carries an ominous weight in light of Kanye's fiery criticism of Hollywood's inner circle. The timing of Carter's death, so close to his public call out to Kanye, raises a disturbing possibility. Was Aaron's silence to prevent him from unveiling damning secrets? The narrative takes an even creepier turn when you factor in Kanye's own feud just days earlier with his personal trainer, Harley Pasternak. Kanye didn't just feud, he dropped receipts, posting text messages in which Pasternak allegedly threatened to have him institutionalized, heavily drugged, and cut off from his own family. One of the most bone-chilling lines from those texts, Pasternak allegedly warned Kanye that his playdates with the kids won't ever be the same. Let that sink in. How does a trainer even wield that kind of influence? Well, here's where things get even murkier. Pasternak's background reveals a shady past working for the Canadian Department of National Defense at a facility reportedly tied to psychological operations. So Pasternak isn't your average personal trainer. That's clear. But he wasn't the only one reportedly putting pressure on Kanye. Around the same time, Diddy was allegedly blowing up Kanye's phone, demanding an in-person meeting. Kanye, ever sharp, wasn't having it. He saw right through the demands, calling out Diddy's intimidation tactics. In a bold move, Kanye declared that he wouldn't be controlled and vowed to make Diddy an example in his personal war against manipulation. Heavy stuff, right? And just when you think the layers of this saga couldn't get any deeper, recent allegations suggest that Diddy may have harmed Aaron Carter when Aaron was still a young pop star. The idea is shocking, to say the least. Aaron's parents were those typical stage parents, pushing him into the spotlight at a very young age and essentially leaving him in the care of managers and handlers. This lack of protection, rumors suggest, made Aaron vulnerable to some of the darker sides of the industry. Allegedly, Diddy seized the opportunity, drawing Aaron into his notorious world of wild parties. It's heartbreaking to think that this environment may have contributed to Aaron's struggles with addiction later in life. With federal investigators reportedly diving into these mysterious deaths connected to Diddy, there's a glimmer of hope that the truth about Aaron's tragic end, and perhaps his life, may finally come to light. And here's the part that's even more gut-wrenching. Whispers are circulating that Aaron wasn't the only one. There's talk of a pattern, claims that Aaron was just one of many young boys caught up in this alleged nightmare. It's horrifying to imagine how many untold stories might still be buried. This situation casts a shadow not just on Aaron's life, but on others in the industry. Take Justin Bieber, for instance. He just welcomed his first child, a moment that should be nothing but joyous. Yet, there are reports suggesting he's still grappling with deep mental health struggles tied to trauma from his early career. The rumors about him being another victim of Diddy and others in the industry have resurfaced, especially in light of a new lawsuit accusing Diddy of an assault at one of his infamous parties. People close to Justin Bieber are deeply concerned. Despite the happy news of his baby's arrival, they say his behavior hasn't improved. Instead, Justin's ongoing struggles hint at something far darker lurking beneath the surface of the music industry. And let's be real, it wouldn't be a far-fetched theory. Whispers of Diddy's predatory behavior toward Justin have surfaced before, with rumors claiming that Usher supposedly stepped in to protect him. Now Justin's erratic behavior is becoming harder to ignore. He's been caught lashing out at young fans, and those close to him report he's battling unaddressed anger issues. Many believe these issues are rooted in traumatic experiences from the earliest days of his career, experiences that might link back to Diddy and others in the industry. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal troubles are snowballing. Enter Derek Lee Cardello Smith, a man who's suing Diddy for a jaw-dropping $100 million. Smith alleges that back in 1997, Diddy spiked his drink at a party and assaulted him while he was unconscious. These claims are beyond shocking, but the details don't stop there. Reportedly, Diddy's lawyers offered Smith a $2.3 million settlement, an amount some see as an indirect admission of guilt. But Smith wasn't having it. After filing the lawsuit, he took things further by blocking the sale of Diddy's LA mansion. Smith argued in court that Diddy was attempting to liquidate assets to shield them from the lawsuit. The connections here are chilling, like pieces of a disturbing puzzle falling into place. Kanye's explosive accusations, Aaron Carter's untimely death, Justin Bieber's struggles, and now this lawsuit. All these seemingly separate incidents are starting to look like part of a bigger, more sinister pattern. As one observer put it, every part of it, no matter how crazy or outrageous it seems, it all ties in. Every piece, every facet. And that's the most unsettling part of all. Particularly troubling are the renewed discussions surrounding Usher and Justin Bieber. Justin's trajectory, from a meteoric rise as a teen sensation to his recent struggles with mental health and his public image, is under fresh scrutiny. Fans and industry insiders alike are asking whether the challenges he faces today stem from traumatic experiences during his early career, especially involving powerful figures like Diddy. Once bursting with a bright passion for music, Bieber's enthusiasm seems to have faded dramatically. His ongoing personal battles have become a source of deep concern for those who followed his journey. One especially unsettling incident that's gaining renewed attention is the now infamous video of Diddy spending 48 hours with a 15-year-old Justin Bieber. Though the video itself is questionable, the rumors surrounding it are far more alarming. Allegations have emerged suggesting that Diddy may have exploited the young, impressionable Bieber, possibly drawing him into a web of abuse within the industry. The very thought of a powerful figure like Diddy preying on aspiring artists is both chilling and deeply disturbing. What's more, whispers of a broader ring of individuals working to protect one another and bury these allegations only add to the unease. Usher's name has also become entangled in this troubling narrative. Having lived with Diddy himself as a young artist, Usher is now rumored to have introduced Bieber to Diddy during his formative years. This connection adds yet another layer of complexity to an already dark and tangled story, raising serious questions about the extent of the alleged exploitation. Adding even more fuel to this growing fire are some deeply questionable remarks made by L.A. Reid, a major force in the music industry who played pivotal roles in the careers of both Usher and Justin Bieber. Reid's description of Bieber as a gift from Usher and his bizarre comparisons of Bieber to a beautiful woman in his memoir have raised countless eyebrows. Many find these statements not only inappropriate, but also unsettling, further amplifying speculation about the relationships between these individuals. The resurfacing of these remarks, alongside the allegations and rumors surrounding Bieber's early career, paints a profoundly troubling picture of potential exploitation and abuse within the music industry. Fans and critics alike are left asking, how deep does this rabbit hole go? The narrative surrounding Bieber's experiences continues to gain momentum, especially as some point to possible hidden messages in his work. Take his 2020 music video for Yummy, for instance. Many have interpreted the video as a cryptic expose of the darker side of the entertainment world, the unsettling imagery, a lavish dinner party attended by older, affluent individuals, struck a nerve. Add to that the shocking transformation of a cake into a photograph of a young Bieber, and it's easy to see why some believe this video symbolizes his experiences with exploitation during his rise to fame. These interpretations align with existing theories about Bieber's early years. Stories of him partying with figures like Diddy and other industry heavyweights have led many to believe Bieber was hinting at a grim reality hidden behind his polished public persona. Supporting these claims are additional videos showing Bieber in what appear to be intoxicated or vulnerable states during parties, often alongside other celebrities like Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. These growing allegations have only amplified concerns about the darker side of Justin Bieber's early career. The rumors tying Diddy to Bieber's struggles with substance abuse are particularly troubling. The narrative suggests that Bieber, overwhelmed by emotional trauma and confusion, may have turned to drugs and alcohol as a means of coping with alleged exploitation and manipulation within the music industry. The story paints a devastating picture of betrayal, an innocent young artist abandoned and used by the very adults who were supposed to protect him. Allegations of a chilling quote attributed to Diddy boasting about Bieber's exploitation add an even darker layer to these already horrifying claims. If true, it solidifies an image of a predatory environment where trust was shattered and young artists were left vulnerable to abuse. The connection between Diddy, Usher, and Bieber has fans and insiders seriously alarmed. This isn't just idle chatter anymore. It's a story that's triggering genuine fear and a deep hunger for the truth. The idea that Diddy could have preyed on young artists like Bieber and Usher is beyond unsettling. And when you factor in Aaron Carter's tragic story, the implications become even more harrowing. If Diddy truly exploited Bieber and Usher when they were young, it raises an unavoidable question. Could Aaron Carter have been another victim? The timelines align, and the alleged patterns of behavior are disturbingly consistent. Aaron's death has always been surrounded by unanswered questions, but now the dots are starting to connect in ways that are impossible to ignore. Fans and the public are piecing together this grim puzzle, and what's emerging is nothing short of horrifying. The allegations, the timelines, and the chilling similarities across these cases paint a picture that's deeply disturbing. As more light shines on these claims, the demand for truth and accountability grows louder than ever. This is no longer just a theory. It's starting to feel like a chilling reality. The possibility that something terrible happened to Aaron Carter with Diddy's potential involvement is no longer being whispered in the shadows. People aren't just curious, they're demanding answers. The call for a full, transparent investigation into Aaron's death is growing louder, and it's clear the public isn't going to back down until the truth comes out. There's a powerful sense that someone influential might have evaded accountability for something horrific, and the public isn't willing to let it slide. Justice for Aaron Carter is the rallying cry, and people are determined to uncover the truth, no matter how deeply it's buried. But now, it's your turn. What do you think? Do you believe there's more to Aaron's story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. If you found this video compelling, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon to stay updated. I post new videos every week, digging deep into the hidden truths and secrets of your favorite celebrities. Don't miss out, and I'll see you in the next one.